So a little history about the Cyprus Ultra Marathon. In the summer of 2013, we ran our first ever 217-kilometer race right here in Vasa Kellakiou, which you see behind me, the beautiful mountains. Gilbert was one of 7 runners who took part in the event, and Gilbert was the only runner to finish the entire event, finishing all 217 kilometers, winning the race in a time of 46 hours and 26 minutes. This amazing achievement in the incredible heat of July in Cyprus was a magnificent achievement for any runner to do. So Gilbert, maybe you can tell us some of the highlights that you remember about this incredible achievement that you did in Cyprus.
Actually, the morning on the way to the race was something that was interesting, at least to me and my wife, because we stopped to get coffee, and actually I had a white shirt on, and I spilled coffee on the shirt. And the wife wanted me to change it. I said, no, that's maybe some kind of a sign of something. So I actually wore that white shirt with a spilled coffee on there. But when we got to the store, it was like very friendly. Everybody was friendly. Highlights of the race was everybody was like very helpful to get you through, especially after the second day going in. I had problems with a headlamp, and somebody let me borrow the headlamp. Nutrition was good. I have to say, on this race, there's really no flats. Like on some races, you're either going up or you're going down. Yeah. And if you like that, you'll really enjoy this race. And I know a lot of people do like running hills and stuff. But if you like a challenging race, come to the Cyprus Ultra and you'll find your challenge.
I'm sure the viewers would love to know a little bit about your running background and what inspires you to run and do such incredible achievements in ultra running. So maybe you can tell us how it started for you, what motivates you, and some of maybe the bigger distances that you've done as well.
Okay. It was 2003. I was working in LA. I was living by myself. I weighed 235 pounds, which was really overweight. Started going to the gym where I lived at, and actually over a year I lost 50 pounds. They have the LA Marathon in March, so I kept watching that, and over the next 6 months I started running 5Ks, 10Ks, stepped up to a half a marathon, and then a year later did the LA Marathon, and after that it was just looking for a greater challenge.
So it started with a 5K?
Started with a 5K, and it just sprung from there. I call it a midlife crisis. I didn't buy a motorcycle. Right. I just bought some running shoes, which was cheaper. But
you'd say it changed your life? I mean, I'm sure.
It changed my life totally. It was like I was thinking about. I have 2 daughters, and I was thinking about how long am I going to live this way? Because I was having heartburn. I was taking heartburn medication. Once I changed my lifestyle, I call it a lifestyle, I threw the medicine away, and it's been, I say, downhill or going uphill from then. But I stepped it up to 50 mile at first, and then I went to a 50K. And then I did a 24-hour one, I think it was like 3 years later, to see how many miles I could get. I think I got 84 miles. And then I did my first 100-miler, and I think it was in Illinois. But the longest race I've ever done was in Vermont. It was I forget what the distance was, but it was actually, you had to do 500 miles over 10 days. So they only had one finisher the year before, and that year they only had one finisher, and I only got 407 miles out of the 10 days. But it was great. It was great. If you like mud and you like mosquitoes, it was it was great. But that's the longest distance I ever did.
Incredible.
But the best one.
You went from 5K and you changed your life, and you ended up running a 500.
I only did 407 miles over 10
400 miles
over 10 days.
Over 10 days.
Yeah. Wow. So, but probably the most interesting one is called Vol State, and you have 10 days to go across Tennessee, and once you step off the ferry, you're on your own. And the people that think that it's sort of like here, the people that you meet along the way. That's the interesting story.
You're actually traveling back to the USA today.
Yes.
Maybe you can just tell us what do you think about Cyprus?
Oh, this time it was much more relaxed, no stress. Doing the race like 6 years ago. We got to. There was 3 things I wanted to do. It was like go to the coffee shop in Vasa, go to the reservoir that I seen on the course that I never got to go to, and got to go see snow in Mount Olympus. So, and the people are great. It's just a lovely environment here. It's like sort of being, originally from Tennessee, it's sort of like being in Tennessee in the countryside. It's just relaxed. I just love it here.
Fantastic.
If it wasn't so far to come, I would come back every year.
So Gilbert, thank you so much for doing this interview. I know you don't kind of like doing these things so much because you're a very humble man, but we think you're amazing in what you did and what you achieved. And it was kind of the race that started the whole continuation of Cyprus Ultra. When I designed that race back then, and that was our first ever 217-kilometer race, I had it in mind that maybe we'd get one finisher in about 7 years, and you turned up and you actually finished it and won the race. So, and then you inspired so many other people to come here and take on the same challenge. We are now on the 107k race and other races, but we will come back to the 217, we hope, one day. Thank you so much for doing this interview. We wish you a safe journey back to the USA, and please stay in touch, and we look forward to you coming back again one day soon.
Well, thank you, Michael, for letting me join the Cyprus Ultra family, which is a great family.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.